Yeah, let me
Go ahead.
add sort of like when someone asks, why the metaverse? Why is it going to be important? I think we have sort of like a little bit of a unique view of it where the metaverse is not necessarily for like the people who are like, well off. They're not going to spend, they're going to look for entertaining experiences in the metaverse. But I think the real value of the metaverse is simply creating a digital ecosystem where anyone with internet access can participate. So imagine where people all over the world who have access to the internet that have essentially been disenfranchised just because of their local ecosystem, they can now participate in a digital nation where an activity can actually earn them an income that pays for their physical existence. And so now we're talking about potentially onboarding 2 billion people who don't have an opportunity locally, but will now have an opportunity in the metaverse to provide whatever it is that we can come up with, whether it's like the low hanging fruit of play to earn to more complex activities like DeFi in the metaverse.
Yeah, that's why I think the DeFi community it will leverage the metaverse in that respect because it's an experimental playground for these new economic models that
Right.
I think have direct applicability because the metaverse will facilitate a lot of new value creation, right?
Yes.
So we have to extrapolate how to leverage that. How do we create stable ecosystems on top of that, right? This is where DeFi has to come in and kind of like show us the way,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
The bean
Yeah.
stock method, I think, is a very good implementation of that. Like clearly the metaverse has the potential to onboard tons of user activity, right? And
Yeah.
from that, we could spawn new methods of value creation. But like, what is the ultimate end purpose of that? The ultimate end utility of all that activity and galvanization of human value? Well, it's to create new money potentially,
Yeah.
like in the virtual sense. Like these new forms of monetary systems can again lift up a whole segment of humanity that doesn't have
Yeah.
that opportunity.
That's right.
That's kind of how we view the metaverse right now. And we've been kind of like waiting for the DeFi, community kind of like come in and test these theories out, and experiment. But there's also a lot of primitives that have yet to been established for the metaverse itself. Right?
Yes.
Like it's very
And one of the primitives,
non-intuitive, yeah.
one of the primitives would be something like Beanstalk, where
Yeah.
whenever you create a play to earn game, you can't have a sustainable ecosystem where the token is completely fluctuating constantly. And so there needs to be a pair of, you have the cryptocurrency of the actual project, but then it's paired somehow and stabilized through these protocols. And so then you could create something with reasonable sustainability. And we're talking sustainability like more than like 5 years, something where the lifespan of a game is about 5 years. I mean, if you can
Yeah.
create sustainability at that point, I mean,
Yeah.
you have a good ecosystem.